Welcome back to this week's edition of Modern Tech and Transformation. And you know we couldn't do season 2 without having Senior Vice President of Innovation and Digital Transformation back on the podcast, Abdul Rahman Zafar. Thank you for being back.
Thank you for having me, Carla.
And he hasn't been on as much this season because he has been busy innovating. He is the leader of our Juno Labs division that other guests have talked about. So Abdul, tell us about some of the changes that have happened in Juno Labs this year.
Absolutely. A lot of changes are coming. We're actually getting into a lot more complex problems that we're solving, and that's just the nature of how things are. So we are happy with our team, and we're happy where we are progressing. We've gone from traditional machine learning projects to more complex generative AI, and we have now come up with our Juno Assist framework. It's based on some of the industry best practices. You have your Llama Index, you have line chain, you have Llama models, which actually add more complexity to the things. And then you have likes of Gemini and OpenAI that makes things a lot more simpler for you. But at the same time, it's the application that we're after. So the application architecture and the domain expertise, we bring it all together.
Now, I've seen some of the projects. My team is lucky enough to get to build some of the collateral and the web pages. So what I'm really excited about is talk about those innovations your team's been doing. And let's dive into those. One of them being a AI-driven voice chat for order management. So talk to the audience a little bit about that solution and what it was trying to solve and how your team solved for it.
This is one of those instances where you're actually listening to your customer and you're coming up with some intelligent solutions. And these solutions can be, let's just start with a little POC and find out if it's even feasible. Part of you tells you that, everything is possible, right? But the secret is in the pudding. So what we have done is basically we went in and we started out with Gemini. We're going, okay, so how can we do this? And
what were they trying to solve?
That's a great question. So the client is actually looking for a solution to provide better customer service. Imagine if you have thousands of calls and that call volume is, pretty large, coming in every day. And you have an army of people who are actually on the phone helping you with orders. And imagine, reducing that call volume by 40% or 50% or even more as time goes by. So this is where the call agent actually started. And as part of Juno Assist framework, this is one of those assistant frameworks where Agent Assist is one of them. And Agent Assist is somebody that people can call in, or you're on your, let's say, browser application or web app, and you begin to converse with an agent. So today, what happens is a customer to agent conversation is limited to only a couple of prompts. What we really wanted to do is have a more natural conversation come up. And for that, we use Gemini. So imagine if you can just go to the call and in a very natural voice, you're able to go to the full end-to-end order management and get visibility into what type of orders. And not just that, the agent will give you options around the orders. So if you say, I want to order a product, then there are supplemental products to that. And you go to that, you go through pricing. And you continue to add to the shopping cart. And it's providing recommendation based on what you're ordering and your previous history. So having to go through this process where a real life person is now being complemented by an intelligent agent.
Yeah. And I've seen it in action. And it's not, if you're thinking, it's those automated, press 1 for this, it is not that. They talk right back to you. They give you the answers. You can actually complete what you want to do.
Yeah.
You're not just sitting there waiting to press 1, press 2. You have to start over if you press the wrong thing. So I've seen it in its actual intelligence. So what efficiencies will this particular customer gain from this?
So, like I said, it's 42% right off the
Mhm.
bat. And as time progresses, it can go up to 80+% because, like many of us, like yourself, you were talking
Mhm.
about press one, press two. I'm actually looking for that button where I can get to an agent.
Yeah.
And that's because in today's world, most of the IVR systems they may have, they're all talking about how they have transformer models or GPT models complementing the agent voice, but the market is not there yet, right? And this is where some of the unique solutions for likes of Resolve Tech can actually come in and save the day. So yeah, we're really feeling good about that. And it's one of those agents which has actually gone through, we've taken that Juno Assist even further,
Mhm.
right? So Agent Assist is one of them. And then we'll talk about a couple more examples that you have for us
Yeah.
today.
I know another really cool one I saw was the AI-driven product assortment
Yeah.
that your team did. So let's dive into that one next. But order management, I really liked that one. I want to use it. I think every store I order from, every person I order from needs it. It's a game changer.
Yeah,
It'll just make it more efficient on the customer and the business. But let's dive into product assortment for retailers.
So product assortment, again, is one of those things where a retailer wants to see, based on the historical data, based on footfall within a store, unique to that store, how do I actually place my products better for sale? Depending on weather, depending on the overall dynamics of the area. Either you have a lot of out of the city, out of the area, visitors, or you have locals. How do you best place your products? So what we did is we created more of a conversational, robust solution where you don't need to know everything about SQL. So here, what we have done is we have converted our SQL to text type of solution. And this is a customer assist, one of those Juno Assist frameworks, where you're able to go in and have a conversation, a more natural conversations with your data stores, and be able to find out regarding sales, regarding temperature, and which product do I place here. It's got a recommendation engine to that as well. So you're able to go in every day based on this first-party data, third-party data, being able to address your customer needs based on the type of environment, based on the day in the year, holidays or seasonality of the products. You're able to now place your products for better sales.
I like the recommendation engine. That part of it I thought was really neat.
Yeah.
And those were the two I've seen recently, but I know you're continually innovating. Are there any other projects you have in flight that you can talk to us about? Give us a sneak peek into?
We got multiple actually. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, we have frameworks, right? I mean, frameworks around line chain, Llama index, and others. But those are pretty complex. And when you actually look at another assist that we're working on, and part of Juno Assist, is Operations Assist. Operations Assist is somebody that can go in and have more natural conversations with your ITSM ticketing database. In our case, we're using ServiceNow. As part of the ServiceNow, you're able to have conversations around what type of incident do I have on this type of machine in the past, and how is it relevant, and what was the close proximity solutions that were utilized. So you have sort of an RCA-driven solution. And not only that, what if you can actually look through your backend database and check and see if I'm going to be non-compliant because maybe I have not run through vulnerability scans or whatever the case is, or run a report, right? So one thing is to have more structured, I say analytics or dashboards available to you. The other thing is to be able to get a full visibility deep down to the log analytics side and get all that information on your fingertips. That's another one that we're working on. And there are a couple of others actually. As we continue to make progress with Juno Assist, we're also looking at how are we going to actually operationalize all of this work, right? And that's where more complexity comes in. I mean, model operations was complex to begin with. We have now started to look at, rather than ML engineers, we're looking at AI engineering. AI engineering, which involves LLM ops, machine learning ops, looking at simple things. Either you have supervised learning or unsupervised learning, your traditional machine learning use cases, or more complex use cases. How do you actually continue to operate? Going beyond that day one, providing solutions to the client, and being able to continually manage and monitor not just the data from the operations standpoint, but also models from the operations standpoint, and being able to update and enhance as we go along. So that's where we are.
Now, I love seeing the work come out. We update Junolabs.ai with it, so be on the lookout as soon as we get those sneak peeks into it. But a lot of this is coming to fruition. So if you're looking to do AI projects, the Juno Labs team, you turn around these POCs so quickly.
Yeah,
It's phenomenal.
That's what we're here for.
It's phenomenal.
Exactly. So the more results oriented we are, the better we can serve our customers.
And yeah, and serve your customers. And you said it at the beginning, you listen to customer problems and then you solve them.
Yeah.
And that is very powerful because then the end client's very happy with the result. And I just love what your team's doing. I know you're very busy, so thank you for taking the time and chatting through some of this with us. And as I said, Junolabs.ai if you want to see all the projects in real time as they come out.